Sixth grade lesson 8.3 is model and solve addition equations. I think this is your first introduction to use of algebra tiles. Pretty useful as you begin learning little pieces of things going forward in both sixth grade, seventh grade, and eighth grade as you work with equations and understand them. You're just going into the section where you're learning one-step equations. So this will help solidify in your brain what's happening. Next year, I'll get you into two-step equations, and in eighth grade, it's multi-step equations. And we also will use algebra tiles in the seventh and eighth grade for other pieces too. So getting familiar with them now will help for your brain to wrap around any new item that comes your way. So let's start by looking at what the algebra tiles represent. And for now, you only have to worry about the positive side, but later we'll look at some of the negative, the different colors of each of them. So for a long bar algebra tile, that is representing the unknown. We can call it our X tile. It's representing the unknown value of something we don't know what it is. So it would be the X or the Z or whatever variable. It's our variable. And the little box unit, it represents 1, the unit 1. So if I have the number 3, I would put 3 of those little boxes, and that would represent 3. So in this lesson, they want to show us how to model an equation and then use that model to solve an equation. So if we were in class, I would have actual tiles for you to manipulate around, but for now we'll just use the drawings. So we're given this problem to investigate where Thomas has $2 and he wants to buy a poster that costs $7. You probably can figure out how much more money he needs just to buy that. But they want us to model and solve the equation x plus 2 equals 7. Even though we can do that in our head, they're showing you this skill so that you can, when our numbers get larger, you can use the skill of inverse operations, which is what they're going to teach us to solve a larger number problem that isn't as obvious. So first, let's let our brain see what's happening. They want us to model the equation with algebra tiles, x plus 2 equals 7. That's the first thing they want us to do, is model that. So what they mean by model that is we're going to take this box, a mat usually is what they give you, and I'm going to go ahead and put the equal sign here. And I want you also to think about this mat like a balanced scale. If it says that it's equal, this side is equal to this side, then whatever's on this side is going to be equal to whatever's on this side. So if I make any changes to one or the other, I've got to make sure I keep it equal by doing the same thing to the other side. So let's model it. We have one X tile. Remember, if there's no coefficient in front of the variable, then it's only 1. If there were a coefficient of 2, we'd put 2 of the X tiles, but there's just 1. So we're going to put 1 X tile on this side of the equation. We're modeling this equation over here. And we're going to put 2 of these 1 tiles. So this represents X and also 2 more, X and also 2 more. That's the modeled version of this. Over here, we're modeling 7 ones or 7 numbers. So we're going to put 7 of these. So here is the modeled version of x plus 2 equals 7 using algebra tiles. X plus 2 more equals 7. That's how they want you to do for modeling it. Then they say now you can use this to solve it. So bringing back to your memory this balanced scale, your goal is always to isolate the variable x by himself on his side of the equation. This is his side of the equation, and he wants to be alone by himself. He doesn't want anybody else in his little area. So we've got to take these 2 off. So we're going to take these 2 off of there. Off, off. Remember my balance scale? This is supposed to stay equal. So if I take 2 off this side of the equation, then I had better take 2 off this side of the equation in order to keep it balanced. And what does that leave me with? That leaves me with just this 1x by itself, equaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I end up getting x equals 5. once I've isolated my variable. And you knew that was going to be the answer here, right? What's going to make that true? 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay, so all this lesson is doing is getting you the practice at modeling an equation with algebra tiles and then taking the step to isolate that variable. Let's look at a few more. Okay, so here's a new equation. This is x plus 4 equals 8. So we are going to model on the left side of the equation, or the left side of our mat, an x and 4 ones. And on the right side, we're going to put 8 ones. So I will do that now. There's an x. This one long bar represents one x, which is all I have there right now. Now I will do 4 ones. So here I've represented x plus 4 more. Now I will put 8 over here. Okay, so there it is modeled. X plus 4 equals 8. Okay, now in order to solve it, remember my goal is always to isolate the variable by himself. He does not like sharing his land with anything else. Isolate him by himself. So how can I get x all by himself? Well, I could take these 4 off there. Subtract 4 from here. Subtract 4 to get rid of them. But remember, think about this whole equation always like a scale, and it's got to keep balanced. So if I took 4 off of this side of the equation, in order to keep it balanced, I must take 4 off of this side of the equation. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that leaves me with 1x equals 4. X equals 4. And you can check to see if that's true, because if I plug this 4, if x is in fact 4, and I plug it in over here and say 4 plus 4, that is 8. 8 does equal 8. That is true. Okay, then they ask us that not to necessarily model this one, but to think about what did we do here without the modeling to solve for x, to isolate x. Now remember, this was x plus 4 more, and we said, you know what, I'm just going to take 4 away. Take 4 right off of there. The opposite of positive 4, negative 4, right? Let's do the inverse, or the opposite of that. And to get x by itself, to get x isolated. So we took those 4 away, but keeping in mind that we have a balanced scale that we need to keep balanced. So in this case, we took 4 away from here and also took 4 away from there to keep our scale balanced. So let's take that idea over to here. Here is x. There's 9 of these little ones hanging out with him. Let's take those 9 off. But remember, this is a balanced scale, so if I take 9 off of one side of my scale, I have to take 9 off the other side of my scale. I took those 9 off, so they're gone. And 12 were there. I took 9 away. 3 is what's left. And I can check that by saying, if 3 was there instead, is 3 plus 9 12? Yes, it is. So this whole lesson is about modeling the equation so you can get used to the algebra tiles, and then solving for the variable, isolating the variable by using inverse operation or opposite operation. Instead of add 4, I will subtract 4, opposite. As long as I do the same thing to both sides of the equation, it will stay equal. So that's what this whole lesson is. I'll do one more with you, and I think you're ready to go. Okay, the equation here, 8 equals 2 plus x, and your brain might be going, wait, why is it way over here? It's okay, it could be on either side, it's fine. Our goal is always just to isolate it, whichever side it's on. So on this side of the equation, I'm going to put my 8 ones, and on the other side of the equation, I'm going to put the 1x bar and 2 ones. There it is modeled. This is 8 equals x plus 2. In order to isolate the x by himself on his side of the equation, I need to take these 2 off. You're sharing your screen right now, right? -2, or subtract 2, however you want to say it. Remember though, these equations are a balanced scale. If I take 2 off that side, I must take 2 off this side as well. That leaves me with this 1x equaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. And if I plug this in, 2 plus 6 is in fact 8. 8 equals 8. Okay? So all this lesson is doing for you is practice the model of the equation, get familiar with algebra tiles, solve for it. You might try a few of them solving without the modeling. Maybe choose a few that you don't model. There's, I think on page 317, the ones that don't give you room to draw it, I would just, if you feel comfortable enough, just doing the solving like we did before without the modeling, go ahead. And then on 7, 8, 9, and 10, go ahead and draw the algebra tiles out just to make sure your brain is familiar with how to use those and what they represent. But I think you're in good shape on this lesson. You're going to be an expert.